The race for the White House, and these pictures say it all. The candidates and their running mates and their wives all out, all going full throttle, trying to win over just a tiny number of people in those battleground states who could be the ones who decide it all in 18 days. When Americans go to the polls, it's your voice, your vote, and ABC's David Muir has a question and an answer for all of us. In this blizzard of polls as of tonight, who would win this race?
The president in Virginia today, women filling the backdrop, and a new attack line diagnosing his opponent.
If you say you're for equal pay for equal work, but you keep refusing to say whether or not you'd sign a bill that protects equal pay for equal work, you might have Romnesia.
The Romney campaign shooting back, saying women haven't forgotten how they've suffered in the Obama economy. And late today, Mitt Romney boarding a plane for Florida after hours in debate prep. But with new polls sending mixed signals, who's really winning this razor-thin race right now?
Everyone at home keeping score, who's winning the race tonight?
Obama.
And by how much is he winning, do you think?
Not by much. We think Obama might be up by the equivalent of 1 point nationally and by about 2 points in the most important battleground states.
In the political world, Nate Silver is known as a numbers whiz for his 538 blog in the New York Times. He says the answer to why he thinks the president is winning right now lies in the battlegrounds. Look at this, just one key scenario. If the president can hold on to his leads in Ohio, Wisconsin, and Iowa, and he'd have the electoral math to win. In fact, Romney could sweep 6 other swing states, and it still would not be enough. Nate's math also takes into account the stock market, the unemployment rate. And just today we learned in 7 key swing states, unemployment dropped, including the must-win state now for both campaigns, Ohio. Overnight at the Al Smith dinner, a tradition to bring both candidates together, the president jokingly asked this.
In less than 3 weeks, voters in states like Ohio, Virginia, and Florida will decide this incredibly important election, which begs the question, what are we doing here?
And Romney with his own take on the polls.
When suddenly I pulled ahead in some of the major polls, what was the headline? Polls show Obama leading from behind. And I've already seen early reports from tonight's dinner. Headline, Obama embraced by Catholics. Romney dines with rich people.
That's pretty good last night. I spent some time on the phone with the Romney campaign today, and that notion of a Midwestern firewall, they don't buy it. They say they're going to win Iowa. They point to a new poll today. They say it's razor thin in Ohio. And get this, Diane, this really struck me. I asked Nate, the math whiz, if the election were held tonight, how many states would go into a recount? He said we're looking at 2 to 3 states. In a recount automatically, it's going to be a very long night.
That close. Thank you, David. And a reminder, on Sunday, George Stephanopoulos and his headliners will be here. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel and Senator Marco Rubio from Florida, tackling it all on This Week.